This bear was fleeing a forest fire when I met him. He was coming down the mountain slope, and he rose on his hind legs when he saw me, moving his nose back and forth in an arc, his nostrils flaring. My husband and I were trying to get the bears fleeing the forest fires out of sight because a conservation officer was on his way, and we were frantic because he was armed and dangerous. He had been very clear that he intended to shoot any bear he saw, and 15 bears had arrived in our area, all moving swiftly away from the fires. The other residents in the valley had been horrified to see the first 2 appear and were adamant that they all be killed as soon as possible. So I named this bear Thunderbird, after the powerful spirit of fire and lightning who comes to warn of danger. The situation was so appalling that I am writing a book about what happened and painting a portrait of each bear who arrived in our part of the valley that season. Each will be a full-page illustration to make the point of the importance of each individual. This was an important bear because, as an older male, his case exemplifies the terrible situation in which bears find themselves when they are driven from their territories by fires. Often they are forced into contact with people who want to kill them. So they not only lose their homes, their familiar places to find food, and their hibernation spaces, but they run into human killers when they are at their most vulnerable. The question for me is, why do people think that wildlife should be killed? If science has taught us anything, it is surely how precious life is. When you look out across the universe, it is quite obvious that Earth is a very special place, and that the appearance of life here is remarkable. Should it not be considered to be precious? Black bears are certainly not dangerous. Bears who come into contact with people because they strayed into a community expect no harm from people. That is why there has never been a black bear attack in a Canadian community. It is the hunting lobby that spreads the idea that bears are dangerous. If people didn't believe that bears are dangerous, hunters would lose their excuse for killing them. I have been meeting wild bears alone in the forest since I was 3 years old, and they always disappeared swiftly into the nearest clump of trees. I have sped it up a lot because it took so much time to paint him standing up in this position. To get the look of fur, it is necessary to go back over his coat several times using complementary brush strokes, and that takes a lot of time. Anyway, please let me know your thoughts about all this in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.